Hello everyone, welcome to the UCL Round Up. We're doing a bit of a show because the European tournaments is a tournament this season. It's a bit like the Euros, but it's not. And we're going to do a show about it. How you all doing, boys?
I'm good. It's not just UCL though, is it? It's UEL as well.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, the one team that we'll talk about occasionally that we don't really want to talk about.
What, into Milan, Copenhagen and Basel?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Brilliant.
Well, let's start with that. Yeah, let's get that out of the way with United beat last year. Adam, how was it?
It's irrelevant. So we played last Thursday, was it? I can't remember. I've done a bit of a review for that. We played really shit. You can watch that on the channel somewhere. But yeah, we didn't play very well. We played a lot of the second team, let's say. Lingard was our best player when he went off quite early, didn't he?
That was
you made
so
a good point last week, Jay. Yeah, you made a good point. If we want to sell him, we need to get a price tag for him, don't we? And it would be best to play him to.
I thought I was so mean. Like he was having, like you said, he was your best player. He had a goal already, and you brought him off for 60 minutes and brought Pogba on. Pogba didn't need to play. You were winning that game 6-1 at that point.
But
and
at the same time,
I was just baffled by that.
At the same time, does Pogba not need to play in order to get a bit of game time in the 2
to beat
weeks?
Copenhagen? I don't think so.
Well, it's a European Jay. Like you never know what's going to happen. Like it's still a European knockout competition. Like
I thought it was.
I'm not saying Copenhagen are going
to
to roll United off. I'm just saying that you don't want.
I think it's.
You don't want your players having.
I think it's a bit different. Yeah, we wanted to keep them fresh, I suppose, but I think it's a bit different because it's one leg in it.
Yeah.
So
even more of a is that? Yeah, I don't know whose point you're backing up, mine or Jay's.
No, the point I'm making is we probably are best playing our best squad for a one-legged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quarter final.
Absolutely.
Semi-final.
We've seen what can happen when you make too many changes. Like.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's an issue.
Yeah, I mean that game. I was going to say that game against Lask was awful, and you had chopped and changed that squad.
But then again, it's meaningless because you can't. Man United cannot. I know you should be professional every game, but Manchester United cannot be expected to get riled up over a team that they're already beating 5-0. And I don't know anything about Lask, but I don't think they'd survive in the Championship. I'm debating whether they'd survive in League One. Like, where do they sit in that sort of like?
They scored a screamer against you, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a good goal, but that's one of them that just comes about and then never happens again in 10 years. Like, no one was going to save that.
Yeah, no.
But in terms of tonight, again, it's Copenhagen, isn't it? I don't know how to feel about it. We should be winning the whole tournament. I said this last week. If we don't win the whole tournament, I'd be disappointed. So, I'm just going to take every game as it comes.
If you lost to Inter, that's not. It would be disappointing, obviously, even not to have a tournament, but they're a very good.
Yeah,
side.
I think Inter's the only team. I'd like to see them in the final.
And also, I know you finished above them, but we can't. United are only a Bruno Fernandes above the quality of Wolves, aren't they? I'm not. That's not. They're only that. Wolves are in around us all. So, I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to United. I am just saying, Wolves are not a team to be slept on. They're very good.
And they haven't got Europe next season if they don't win it as well, so they've got more incentive.
Oh, yeah. Gun ho.
Are they playing Sevilla?
They are.
Yeah.
Which is also another good team, so, at least you're getting, the Copenhagens. Copenhagen's, not coincidentally, but also really nice shirts normally. So, just for that reason alone, I wish them a little bit of luck because, there's some beautiful shirts. Carlsberg plastered on the front as their sponsor. Oh, they're gorgeous.
All right, should we move on to the next game?
Jay, put some pictures of Copenhagen shirts around. I'll send you them.
Okay, I'll add it in, don't worry. All right, next game, Lyon beat Juve. Sarri did not get Juve into the quarterfinals of the Champions League, boys.
Did not get
probably the biggest
job.
shock. and lost his job in the process. Yeah, that game was probably the biggest shock of the weekend. I reckon so. Everyone kind of wrote off Leon, said Juve have enough talent to beat them.
Well, I mean, they did beat them, didn't they? But it was more the first game that was more the surprise, I suppose.
Technically, they beat them 1-0 though, because neither penalties were like, my God, what a time!
Oh God, it was mental. I watched the highlight. That was absolutely mental. But the question is, boys, Sarri leaving, was that justified?
Absolutely, 100%, 110%. Never has a big club's manager's sacking been more justified than that.
Thank you, Josh.
Okay, so obviously
No,
there's probably been some other big sackings that are justified, but in terms of the fact that they only won the league by a point, and if you're sat there with if you're sat on the board of Juve and you're looking down at Inter Milan, but not even down, you're looking just down there at Inter Milan. There, they can see you and you can see them. It's kind of awkward. It's like a step. And you see Antonio Conte, who we know is a fantastic manager. They've already signed Eriksen, who's only had half a season and started scoring. We know how good Eriksen is. Like, he's a class player. In Italy, that'll suit him down to the ground. We've got they've apparently, it's not official yet, but got Hakimi. Like, for a team that plays with wing backs, Hakimi is terrifying. Like, one of the highest scoring fullbacks and like one of the fastest men in existence, apart from Alphonso Davies. Like, and then you're looking, and then you sat there, and you're like, so Sarri, what's our plan to combat this very clear threat? Even Lazio, are not too far behind us, and he sat there chewing on a cigarette butt in the corner, like Jorginho, and they're like, have you got any
Jorginho.
other plans? Sorry, apart from Jorginho? No, Jorginho. Like, for God's sake, like, calm down. Like, so yeah,
I completely agree. Yeah, no, it's not hard to win the Italian league with Juve with the talent they have, especially with like Ronaldo there this season, and he just about did that. Couldn't get through to the quarterfinals. It completely had to go, but his replacement, Pirlo, 10 days managing the under-23s.
I'm all here for that. I don't think it's... I mean, I don't know. Zidane hadn't had that much experience, had he, before he took over Madrid, and look what happened there. So we don't know. They seem like quite similar characters. But at the same... I'm all there for it. I don't care if it's the right choice. I don't care if it's the wrong choice. I'm just there for that. I have missed Pirlo in football. Just, and...
Mate, just seeing him on the touchline in a suit... Oh,
it's
going to be a dream.
And like, so one of my favourite sort of FIFA times ever was when David Villa, Lampard, and Pirlo were all at New York City. What a fun time that was!
What a team!
And so just to have a little bit of that back.
Yeah, I remember
maybe
that.
Frank and Pirlo can meet in the Champions League.
Oh, that would be good. Well, you know what? Sarri has now been sacked, and a club legend has come in to manage the team twice now with Chelsea and now Juve.
Excuse me?
That's fair. Not Napoli, though.
What?
Gattuso. Oh, no, it wasn't Gattuso. It was Ancelotti, wasn't it?
Not
Ancelotti that went there for. Anyway, so yeah.
Well, no, it's nice to see... It's not,
yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say, it's nice to see all these young managers coming in that have played for the clubs.
Like Mourinho.
And are now managing them. Well, like, there's Ollie, there's Lampard, there's Pirlo, there's... I forget Bayern Munich's manager.
Fleck.
Flick. Yeah, that's the one.
Flick.
I mean, even Arteta, I suppose you could sort of
you can
mention his name.
You can mention his
name.
name.
Can I just say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 47. I don't really think he's a young manager.
That is...
Like, and he's been managing for a couple of years now.
I think
okay.
I would argue less about the age and more about the fact he's not a competent manager. But we'll move on. To see.
We'll move
on. Not
again. City Madrid was probably one of the most exciting games I've seen in a while. With the whole restart, like the back and forth was pretty good, and then just seeing City absolutely just take over Madrid and then Madrid fall to the hands of it was just mental.
I am pissed off though.
Why?
Because Rafa Varane clearly listens to the back post, and he heard me say that he would be like an absolute top draw centre-back signing for Man United. And then he produces to perform a shit show. Like, through...
Yeah, don't want
There's no
to
doubt in my mind that Rafa Varane is still a good centre-back, but he was there like, I'm proving that fucker wrong. I'm going to have an absolutely shite
fuck you, Josh.
performance. And I was like, oh...
He really did as well, man. Like, it was just, everyone was saying the fact that Ramos weren't there, he bottled it, but that was just mental. I think, got to give credit to City, though, and the high press really did throw him.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pass from the keeper wasn't the best either. That didn't really set Varane up very well.
No, but it doesn't matter, because it's this... Do you know what it really reminded me of? It reminded me of Pep's first season, where, he bought bloody Bravo, and John Stones was playing every game, and they were still trying to play the Pep way without the Pep players. And I know Zidane's had most of these players, but they're sort of deteriorating. And he was trying to play the system with them, and then they didn't seem that capable of it without, Ronaldo's gone, Bale's gone, Modric is 33 and looks it. I'm sorry, he does now. Like, it's mad.
Yeah, he was off the pace that game.
But
I mean, a lot of their midfield were off the pace that game. It was really crazy to see. Lovely kit though. Oh,
nah.
I know Josh disagrees.
I just think they're both a
but
bit
my
shit
God,
this season
when I
from
saw him
Madrid,
walk out, I was like, yes, please, bit of that.
If you're gonna have a pink kit, have that absolutely if you're gonna have a pink kit, have that fluorescent pink one they had a few years back. Remember the Adidas? I don't know if it's Adidas now, but remember this? It was bright pink and sort of almost striped, and it had like a star going into it, and it was hot, it was garish but fantastic. Whereas this one just looks like, especially when the last thing you want is your team to be knocked out of the Champions League looking like a bunch of headless salmons, and that's exactly what they look like.
Nah, that kit was beautiful. Talk about City's performance. Kevin De Bruyne played really well, and they look like they can go and easily win this now.
Yeah, we mentioned this, didn't we?
They look set for it.
They're the ones that are gonna get, that are gonna go on to the final, I think, because I mean, I forget who's still in the competition.
Okay, there's Barca went through, Bayern went through, City went through, Lyon went through, and on the other side we have Atalanta and PSG to play. Then we have
Madrid, Leipzig.
That's it. I think the ones to watch, the winner of City Bayern when they go through from their respective games, will win the Champions League. I actually put more money on Bayern. I think
they're them two are the favourites. It's a shame
still in, and
it's a shame that they're not going to meet in the final, really, isn't it? Because what a final that would be.
It's a bit of a
still one leg then going on to the next games.
Yeah, it's always one leg.
It's one leg from now on.
I just think
Speaking
when
of
no, there's a bit of a... I just think when you've got, like, if we're talking about, I think we're both doing a segue here, Jay, but if you've got Lewandowski putting the performance he did against Chelsea, even though there wasn't really much to play for and there was not a lot of pressure, like, on Bayern, what a performance from, like, Lewandowski against Chelsea, who they ended up beating 7-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, definitely.
Just in case you didn't know.
Just in case you didn't
It's fine.
know
They beat us 7-2 in one game, but at least that's in the group stage. Don't give a shit.
No, I mean, come on, it's still Pete though.
It is, but
Bayern Munich have made a mockery of both
more,
of us.
And Arsenal, year on year.
And Arsenal.
But this is what's funny. You've got these three London clubs arguing with each other about whose performance was less embarrassing.
I think
it really is as well.
It was something like in 4 years, the Bayern London aggregate score is like 31. Oh, is it just this season? No, it can't be just this season.
It might be
the
just
past 2 years.
season,
It was 31-9 or something against London in the past few seasons, and you're like, okay.
It's absolutely embarrassing. But yeah, that game was, it was tough to take. It was just the step up in class. They were 3 or 4 5 steps ahead of us. Like, they were just so much better. They brought out their best team and just embarrassed us, really. And like you said, Lewandowski had that game of his a really good game. Should have won the Ballon d'Or. Been robbed of that. Even just highlighted that point that we've already made. I mean, no Chelsea fan really thought it was going to happen. Like, I think I said it in my fan cam. It was fun to talk about, like, what if, but it was never going to happen. So.
I think you're lying a little bit. I think you got your hopes up.
I mean, I got optimistic, but like I'm real at the same time. I never at the end of the game. I didn't at the end of the game go, "Oh, fuck's sake, lads, come on." You know what I mean? I was like, "Yeah,
Idiots.
there you go,
Idiots."
That's what's gonna." How could you not do this against them? So they thoroughly deserve the win, and like you said, it's gonna be such an interesting semi-final. We're saying it like it's happening, but you know they still have Barcelona to beat, who beat Napoli on the other night. Messi had a terrific performance.
Yeah, Messi could turn up and ruin the party, but I really want to see, kind of in a self-sadistic way, the team that Pep just could not get near a Champions League trophy with in Bayern, even though he took it over as reigning Champions League winners. I want to see them.
Yeah, you just couldn't do it.
City aside in the semi-final. I want to see that.
That's very nice of you, Josh. But yeah, like that Messi goal, we just got a special mention to it because like he was on his arse like twice and still managed to score it. It was beautiful.
Oh yeah, I mean, I expected a bit more from Napoli, to be honest, but they were just swept aside, and then Barca shut the game down in the second half. So there was not really much to say there apart from, you know, again, the Messi had a goal ruled out that I do not think in a million years should have been ruled out.
Yeah.
Did you see it? He chests it down and it kind of scrapes lightly against his forearm, and you're there like, well, unless he doesn't have... Me and Jay did discuss this in season 1, Adam, that if we're going to get to a stage in football where as soon as we identify a 5-year-old that might be good at football and invite them to an academy, we have to remove their arms. And that will be football.
Well, it's a bit like Depay's when the penalty for
the Depay one was a joke.
There's no way.
The fact that his arm was on his chest.
The fact he was booked for it as well.
Yeah. No, he was booked. Like, you can kind of, even though it wasn't a penalty, you can kind of understand the Juve slide tackle, because like, even though it was good and it should have been overturned, you're looking at that and you're going, whew, okay, he's torn through the box on his like bat arse. So that kind of is, it makes sense. But yeah, that Depay one was ridiculous. But yeah, so yeah, Napoli Barca. That's that, isn't it? Really.
Shall we quickly talk about the other side of the draw? Because not a lot. All these games, you know, didn't really play. But you've got, like you said, Josh, Madrid versus Leipzig and Atalanta versus PSG. And it's definitely the weaker side of the draw, but who do we think's going through with them?
Honestly, the most unpredictable game of that group, I think, is Atlanta PSG. I just have this feeling that PSG are going to shit the bed. They might not. They might come up firing, but I think it'll be RB Leipzig on the other side, you know. But then no, because I keep thinking this is the same RB Leipzig that beat us. It's not. I don't know actually what's going on at Leipzig. Has Ampadu's loan ended? Werner's gone. Like, what's going on there? So actually, forget what I'm saying. I don't know.
I think Ampadu's still playing, but yeah, Werner's not there. I thought the same actually. I looked at the Atalanta, game, and they're doing something a bit mental, aren't they, at the moment? Like how far they've become in this tournament, how far they've come in the Serie A. Like, I wouldn't put it past them beating PSG. PSG like haven't played proper games in a long time, but then again they'll have a full fit team, won't they? And a full fit PSG.
Well, Mbappe is training with the ball again. He's still not confirmed to play the game.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
But even if PSG do beat Atlanta, they're still going to bottle it the next round, aren't they? Let's be honest.
It's the PSG way.
Yeah. No, so, what was your prediction for them both? So
I can see PSG beating Atlanta. I can see that happening, and then it's pretty obvious. I don't know. I'm not really watched Atlanta play. I know they've got this far, but I couldn't really tell you much about them, to be honest.
Yeah. And the other game?
Madrid are going to do it, aren't they? Like you said, they've lost Werner, they've lost a few other players. So
yeah,
I see Madrid
if they just do a bit of their dark arts and don't let them score, if they've lost, if Leipzig have lost their main goal threat and Atletico Madrid go all Atletico Madrid on them, actually, I can see that. I would like to see them win the only reason I wouldn't want them to win the Champions League is because of the cruel irony if Trippier was just there, like, with his second Champions League final in 2 years, holding it. Like, why?
Oh my god, I forgot he was there. Oh my days. I was there. Madrid to win. Atletico Madrid to win the Champions League. It needs to happen. I need to see that man lift that trophy. Alright, I think that's it, lads. I think that's it.
Well, it's not quite everything, because it's just a really quick one. But just we want to quickly condemn Arsenal. Like, you know, it's news, but you know, you're signing Willian on a $7.5 million a year contract for 3 years. You're giving Aubameyang a £100,000 pay rise. You're still paying Mesut Ozil £350,000 a week to do fuck all. And you've decided that 55 people need to go and be made redundant. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of arguments, like Jason Cundy on fucking TalkSport has said, well, Arsenal are a football club, like, and you know, if they need to invest in football players. And it's this weird trickery that they're convincing people that it's one or the other. As if Arsenal are literally almost in their overdraft, student in their overdraft, deciding whether they want a pizza or another pint. Like, that's not what's happening here. They're worth 8.5 billion, the owner. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's no, I agree. It's completely it's mental. And so, you know, some of these staff are like their scouting staff. You got people that have been there for a while as well, just the backroom staff. It's just it's a bit horrible, isn't it? And you think, you know, Arsenal won that FA Cup final, you think they were turning a new leaf and moving forward, and then this kind of comes out literally the week after.
And also, like, apparently I read that a few of the players had agreed to actually take pay cuts in order to help save jobs. Like, you know,
at the start of
% here and there. So if you're a player and then you find out the bit of pay you've given up, this is all alleged, by the way, I think this is true. If you're a player and you've given up some of your wage to help the people around you in the club, the foundations of the club, and you found out that money's going towards Aubameyang, Willian and Ozil, you're going to be a pretty miffed little Lacazette, aren't you?
yeah.
But like if I paid my taxes and then I just got a text off Jay saying, "Cheers, mate." I was like, "What? No, I was paying my taxes." And Jay's like, "No, you're paying me." Why? Why am I doing that? Like,
just the way it goes, mate. Just the way it got a vest.
That's all I wanted to say. I just think, you know.
No, yeah, fair enough.
In a time of global crisis where it's going to be very difficult for 55 people to find a job in London, it's not on.
Not on. Right, you heard that, Arsenal. Sort your shit out, you dickheads.
Or just liquidate the club and everyone can lose their job.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Do that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah, we're gonna do this show like after every stage of the Champions League and the Europa League. So make sure you tune in, like the video, subscribe, and what else should they do, boys? I stumbled on my words there.
Tell your dads.
Maybe we should all pick a Champions League
Tell your
club
dads
to support from now on.
Ooh.
Be a roller coaster.
Well, I've still got Europa League on that, so
oh yeah, we forgot about that.
Okay, yeah. Also tell your dad from me. Sorry. Bye.